Best buys in the Digital Snapshots store. Hello everybody, welcome to a Thursday video. So this one is going to go over some of the best buys. Also breaking down what can you actually get with your digital snapshots. For a lot of you that have seen in the last 24 hours, God, I feel like everything's just going to go boom, boom, boom. You know, we've got objective grind guides on the channel and stuff. But so yeah, this video is going to go over how much you've got, or how much you can acquire, and how much relatively you can buy, how much you'll need digital snapshots wise, what's a good buy, all those various different things. Now I've put together a spreadsheet which showcases the objective grind guides. It's got the info of how many digital snapshots you can get. It's also got some best buys and information when it comes to like practically buying stuff. So it's all available on Discord, links in the description down below. Now according to Kabam, this is the breakdown of digital snapshots. 15,000 for those at Cavalier and above, 13,200 for everyone that's uncollected, and 11,700 digital snapshots for everybody that is Conqueror. Now, I've asked Kabam to clarify some stuff on the breakdown because I've gone through it about 5 times already and I still can't get 15,000, 13,200 and 11,700. And in fact, for Thronebreaker Cavalier, I've got 14,250 and 12,450 for those that are uncollected, based on the breakdown of these various different areas of grabbing the digital snapshots. It does make me think that maybe because it says everywhere, is it going to be referring to those pesky daily booster things that normally Kabam run, you know, where they put the extra bit of currency in and it kind of tops up to the furthermost amount that you can get. You know, the daily deals, daily class deals, they usually shove in a bit of the currency in there. So what I'll do for this video is I'll go off of my information because it's a worst case scenario. If some reason Kabam say, oh, 750 is got from something else, then that's fine. But we'll go off of that and as well, you know, uncollected. Do bear in mind there is some class restrictions of what you can buy, so therefore it does impact on what you're going to get. So I'll be first of all thinking about Thronebreaker Cav players and then maybe talking about uncollected as well. And there's been plenty of questions as to the Legendary Crystal Shard and the Mythic Crystal Shard. Where are these crystals? Because they're certainly not in the special tab or anywhere else. I do think this won't come in until we get the Legends event towards the end of the month. Kabam are looking into it, but I think it'd be kind of weird to put something that's associated with the Legends event live now, which they said is going to be live at the end of the month, which I think is the 23rd or 25th of August, around that time. So there's still some time to wait until that will be dropping in. So you may want to hold off on purchasing any of those particular things, the Legend or Mythic Crystal, and we still don't know the increments of how you end up getting yourself a Mythic Crystal, and will there be more opportunities? Man, we'll have to really see towards the end of the month and what's going to be in those Mythic Crystal shards, because Mythic Crystals even, because we don't know at the moment. But let's talk about purchases. For lower players, yes, of course you'll be wanting to purchase stuff that's going to be beneficial to you and where you are with your progression. But when it comes to later on purchases, and especially for those at Thronebreaker and Cavs, you're really going to have to think clever when it comes to spending your potential 14,250 digital snapshots. So the biggest question I think you're going to have is, what is the deal with the amount of snapshots I have as to like the full amount that I'm able to purchase from the store? So if we grab here and we do the little kind of like auto sum, it comes up with 15,780 digital snapshots spend. But you're not going to get that. Again, let's go with the fact that you've got 14,250. So unfortunately, you're going to have to pick and choose what is going to be removed. That's easy and hard at the same time. For Cavalier players, there'll be stuff that you'll be specifically going, oh, I could take or leave that. But you'll have to do something, and I think that you've got this worldwide, I keep talking this about, a pick a mix, where in the UK, and again, I don't know if it's like anywhere in the world, is you pick what you like and you put it into your bag. And that's going to be really the thing. You're going to have to pick and choose what you want to put in. For me, it's hard to say whether or not I'd be interested in Creep and Crawl crystals because of the fact it's RNG and you only get 2 for the spend of 1,040. So you could literally go, I'll take that out, and just bump you down to 14,740. You could also do the same thing when it comes to potentially 6-star signature stones. There's only 5 that you get, which isn't that huge, and you are getting some stuff from Summer of Pain for some players that can get it, so you take that down. And there we go. That's 14,240. That's put us in budget. But that may not be what you want. I will make this spreadsheet available and I will kind of I'll update this one to the auto sum version so that you can like take out stuff and put it in. It's not the greatest of spreadsheets when it comes to like the formula side of things, but at least it gives you a perspective on things, and that's really what I want to do with any of the content I make, is give players options and perspectives when it comes to like stuff like this. So yeah, we could put them back in there, and then you could say like, well, I don't really need 5-star shards. Maybe I take out the 5-star shards and keep the creep and crawl crystals. But as well, you have to do the balancing act of going, right, is RNG going to play a factor? Am I going to be more than likely picking up a 5-star from 2 crystals? Do bear that in mind. If you're going for creep and crawl crystals, how likely are you to pick up a 5-star and above from those crystals? Because otherwise you just go, well, I could keep the 5-star Nexus because that's a guarantee, or I could eliminate some 5-star shards at what I'm going to grab. Do I actually need, I'm a Thronebreaker player, do I need a 5-star Awakening Gem? That's a huge amount. You know, you take that away and you're down to 13,780. So these are really kind of like big decisions you have to make as to what is of value to take out, especially if you're doing a budget for this. For those that are uncollected, it's then a case you might have to do some further reworking of buying some lower stuff and higher stuff at the same time. These are the more spiciest things to grab, and that really kind of gives you an idea that your choice on the grind is going to have to, or grab has to be quite important, especially because you might want to get tier 5 class Catalyst as a Thronebreaker player and go, right, well, that's going to be a huge part of my spend. That's going to take you 8,000 of your digital snapshots to spend. So you've got to be very careful about what you're buying, what you're interested in. For those that didn't see last Friday's increment volume, for those that didn't see last weekend's volume to grind to spend video, just as a quick highlight of that, this is the most you can get from the event 6-star wise, 7,500, and then when it comes to the crystals shards, 200 mythic, 2,000 legendary, and like it could be a case that, you know, we just don't know. Is it like 1,000 per legend crystal? Is it, you know, 2,000's one? You know, that's something to bear in mind. 5-star shards, the most you'll get is 7,500, but there's a guaranteed one if you go for Nexus. So if you are thinking about whether or not to take the risk for the creep and crawlies, that gives you an idea. You know, with 2 that you get, you have to hopefully guarantee yourself a 5-star to make it you know, of work on balance if you remove one to bring in the other kind of thing. But it's more of a higher spend with creep and crawly crystals, so that's going to have to be on you for that decision. Tier 5 basic, you know, you can get, if you're Cavalier, 36,000, 9,000 if you're uncollected, and there's a good it's a high spend on that, ridiculous, but it's high enough. And there's a real nice chunk of tier 2 alpha, which is you know, right here, so you'll get up to 97,200 if you are Cavalier, and if you're uncollected, a little bit lower than that. So, you know, options. And the best items or best buys are definitely going to be for Cavalier players, like the kind of the tier 5 class Catalyst. Of course, that's going to be like the top thing. But as well, look towards these kind of crystal shards here. I would recommend players waiting towards the end of the month just to see whether or not these legendary crystal shards are not going to ridiculously kind of you know, sting you, because that's the thing. Like, if you're only allowed to do one, you're going to look at it and just go like, oh right, that's not particularly good. I feel kind of like hard done by. So maybe like wait to the end of the month and then the event coming in as to like the value. 5 6-star signature stone crystals, it's good, but I just don't think it's if they were generics, I think that'd be better. So you could take out that in order to repurpose the spend. 6-star shards, 7,500 is on for the month, so maybe look to grab that if you want to grab at that. Thronebreaker players are kind of like those in depth of their roster. I don't know if you'll be interested in a 5-star Awakening Gem, but definitely lower players will go for it, but it is very expensive, so do bear that in mind. The 5-star Nexus is a really good option to grab for those that are Cavalier, and as well tier 2 alpha if you're interested in it. There's a good amount on offer this month. Not as much as like over the 100,000 mark, which I think last month was, but still simply enough to kind of like whet your appetite for that. But yeah, those have been top buys. That has also been a practical thing about balancing your spend. And if there's 15,000 digital snapshots available, then hey, that is great. But still haven't had that confirmed by Kabam whether or not it's correct with my info, or correct their info, or we're going to see a secret deal drop towards the end of the month, which is commonly a thing with Kabam. So we'll see what happens with that. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to check out some content recently posted on screen, because we've had a lot of content drop and I've been hard at work kind of doing stuff, and I've got so many more videos to post in the coming days, especially as we smash a lot of this month's content. And yeah, appreciate you for all the love and support, and I'll see you very soon. Bye bye.